Good evening, Florida Sky Watchers. So, I want to start this video off by saying this is the video that I really don't want to make right now. I honestly have been having anxiety about even looking at this satellite imagery all day. And even right now, recording this, my heart is racing because I am looking at this pretty much for the first time. I mean, I was looking at it earlier, but so I have some idea of what's going on. But I mean, I'm looking at this right now for the first time. And here you can see on Earth, this is the Gulf of Mexico, and this is the surface level winds. You can see the cyclogenesis even though you don't really see it through the clouds. So it's there under the clouds. What you have is cyclogenesis. We can track it up. I mean, right now, I checked this earlier, it was like 9 miles an hour. It has definitely increased in speed now. And we'll track it up through all the different elevations and what have you. And it seems to be pretty consistent right up until about this elevation, which is, 30,000 or 35 to 40,000. So here we are. Also wanted to populate this storm track. So this storm track, obviously this is a ABC Action Weather, is a weather syndicate for the National Weather Service and NOAA. And so whenever you see these storm tracks, these are actually the storm tracks that are being put out by the government, NOAA and the National Weather Service, and then these guys are basically just putting their banner over this shit. Maybe they're changing the graphics a little bit. And that is the current storm track. Reed Trimmer posted this earlier today in regards to this storm, which is basically just going to track right through the middle of Florida. I mean, that is what is projected. All right, and then let's see where they're sending this. So we can extrapolate the data, and what's cool about this program is really awesome. But we can extrapolate the data right to the right into the future. And I guess it makes sense to just look at the surface level winds, and here we go. Category 2, Category 3. Oh, nice. So this storm looks like it is going to... This is predicting the same area of Bend, Florida, Cedar Key, and Crystal River area. And this is going to be catastrophic. And considering the level of rain on the western boundary of this storm, oh man. This is what I'm saying. This is just so much. Look, even Google is giving us updates, constantly giving us updates. It's just all out information control. An interesting side note right now is the way that Facebook Meta AI summary of comments supersedes everything. And what's interesting about it is that even when you elect to remove it from the comment section completely, it does not remove. It does not remove even when you elect to have it removed. Okay, in Florida today, I got a ton of video from the ground, and it was incredible in terms of the level of cloud seeding that we were seeing. all day. And once again, into a clear blue sky, pretty much, first thing in the morning. And, you know, I don't know if this program is like getting scrubbed or something, or like the opacity is getting diminished on these things, or if it's some kind of setting that makes it a little more difficult to see on the true color satellite imagery. But when we switch to the Cirrus map, we should hopefully see the extent of the aerosol trails all day long. And it was weather engineering all day long, at least throughout central Florida. And you just have a massive amount of aerosol trails in the atmosphere. Now, when we go over here to southeastern United States, southeast, we should have a much better view. And you can actually download this data too, and it's in much better quality, super high resolution. And this is really good for, I mean, it's the imagery is way better than the screen sharing program that I'm using. So anyway, we're waiting for this to populate. The only reason why it's taking so long is because of all the frames that it's uploading and the resolution of the frames. And here we go. So this can actually be slowed down. You can slow this down. 2 clicks is usually pretty good. And then, yeah, here's the weather. And like I was saying, you can totally see this so much better on this app. And here it is over the Atlantic. And look at the extent of all of those aerosol trails. And I mean, it's pumping the entire atmosphere filled with this stuff. And what is currently washing in with the night sky, with nightfall. But what you can do is you can stop it at any time, and then you can really zoom in. So what we'll do is we'll stop it right here, and then we can zoom in. And here's the aerosol trail. So I mean, the atmosphere is just getting pumped with this stuff incessantly, and you have basically this atmospheric river as a result. Remember that new buzzword that came out earlier this year, and it seemed like it was the first time that we had ever heard the term atmospheric river, and all of a sudden it was being used all the time to explain these massive cirrus clouds, essentially, you know, huge masses of clouds spanning thousands of miles and everything. And so anyway, yeah, the longer that you look at this data, the more, you know, the more that you can actually see the extent of this stuff. And this is kind of taking a long time to upload. But let's go back a couple days here, so you can see it play out. You know, oh, we still got this on the Cirrus. And again, you know, 2 days in a row. I'm definitely gonna upload the video footage that I took today, and then here it is. You know, coming in, just perfectly symmetrical lines across the sky. Persistent condensation trails by definition, but basically altering the weather completely. So, you know, let's talk about whether it's advertent or inadvertent. It's certainly happening, and the conversation about anything else beyond that is just a distraction from reality. Here you could see again just a weather system that basically, a massive weather system that basically just appears. And then again, the focus being primarily on this new system. I mean, this is weather warfare. And I had posted about it. I made a comment just a couple days ago, shortly after Hurricane Helene made landfall, and I said, I hope that I'm wrong. Considering the weather warfare which is currently happening right now in the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, I'm incredibly nervous for the future of the United States. The devastation across western North Carolina and Tennessee is like nothing we have ever seen before. 30 inches of rainfall is historic as far as hurricanes go and may have only been beaten by Hurricane Harvey that saw 50 inches of rainfall. I hope that I'm wrong, but I can see 2 more storm systems forming and being just as destructive as Hurricane Helene. If this was to happen, it'd be one of the most catastrophic series of events that has ever befallen the United States. I'm going to start posting my videos on YouTube, and I'm also going to create an account on Twitter as well, and I don't know if I will begin to post under my personal capacity or continue to remain anonymous as Florida Skywatchers. Thank you.